Hello, my name is Erin. Some of you may know me as that vegan girl Erin, ineffably Erin, or Ava Penn. And I'm here to tell you my story. I don't want to sell you on any products or services. I would just like to share with you my journey. So, oh man, ever since I can remember, I was a baby when I was diagnosed with chronic severe asthma. And it was terrible. It was the kind of asthma that you're on a nebulizer or one of those breathing machines every 2 hours. I remember, my mom would get me up. I was probably not even awake, but my mom would get me up every 2 hours, and we had this wedge pillow that she would prop me up on and put a mask on my face just so I could breathe. So growing up, it was kind of difficult to treat asthma medically because I feel like that was around the same time that all the medicines were being formulated. My asthma people out there, so I'm sure you know about Advair, Ceravent, Combivent, Provent. I took all of those. I took prednisone. I took everything under the sun. I feel like I was always sick. I had bronchitis, pneumonia. I don't know how many times they didn't want to pass me in school because simply I was sick all of the time and couldn't go to school. My grades were just fine. I was actually still passing all of my classes, but they wanted to hold me back because of attendance. That's how school works, I understand. I still made it all the way through. I was a bookworm, or I guess I was just super attentive because I really didn't study a whole lot, but I really enjoyed school. My first time to be ambulanced out of school was 4th grade, and it was scary. I think it might have been scarier for the adults around me, but I couldn't breathe. I was posturing, and so I'm stuck out here like this, and I'm getting in the ambulance, and oxygen, by the way, is the best thing I've ever had. So I was ambulanced the next year, and then the ambulance had to come out to my school the next 2 years. So this entire time we're trying to figure out what my triggers are and what's causing this. And I'm glad I know now what I didn't know back then. And of course, if we could change it and if we could know now, back then what we know now, you know what I'm trying to say, then it would all be different, right? So back then, they thought that I had vocal cord dysfunction syndrome. I've been diagnosed with GERD along the years, epilepsy, PTSD, depression. I've been treated for so many different things, and don't you know that one medication just causes you to have these side effects and you have to take more medication. And so growing up, I would see doctors, and I can remember my mom taking me to the Little Rock Children's Hospital in Arkansas at least once a month because we were trying to figure out what was going on with me. I've had several pulmonary function tests done. I felt like a pulmonary function test taken badass because I knew how to do it. And when I would go in, I could properly spell all the 8 to 10 medications I took every day, and I was the model patient. I was always the model patient. And what I didn't realize is you need to take it into your own hands and not put your healing in your doctor's hands. Still, again, I didn't know this, and I also did not know that what I ate had an effect on my body. So, of course, as you can guess, I was an omnivore. I'm vegan now, and my mom can cook, so we were always having, my favorite spaghetti and meatballs, and we had the traditional Southern family where you would have a meat, a tater, probably some bread, a canned vegetable, and then, a lot of times you'd have dessert too, and that was every day. And we were just so active that it didn't seem to faze me, and weight-wise. And I was still active and I could still do all these things, yet I couldn't breathe. And they were still diagnosing me with all of these things. And I didn't feel frustrated at all not to know what was going on because I knew that if I took these medications, I was going to stay alive and I was going to get better. Well, I'm 29 years old now, and around the age of 25 is when I started to try and get off of all the medications I was on. I was on Prozac, albuterol, birth control, all of these different things that are not natural for your body. So we started eating healthier in our household. I started having a green shake every day, or at least 5 days a week. And I was just working on detoxing and working on just cleaning up everything and getting better. And yeah, things started getting better. So not only that, I've had surgery on both of my knees, and I used to roll around in bed at night, and it would wake me up because rolling over on my knee in bed at night was enough to wake me up. That's how much pain I was in. Once I started incorporating a healthy lifestyle, which took years, let's be real about it. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. It did take initiative on my part to change what I was doing in order to get a different thing. Isn't that what they say insanity is? Whenever you try and do the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results. So I'm figuring out how the universe works, and I decide not doing that shit anymore. So I'm getting healthy. We finally go vegan, me and my husband. June 13th, 2017, I was training for my first figure NPC bodybuilding competition as vegan, okay? So I learned a lot there. That was wonderful. I lost weight. I actually got lighter than I thought I ever would. And then the weight came back on. And, well, I mean, I know why it came back on. I was eating the unhealthy vegan diet and not worrying too much about it. So this year, I was still doing that bullshit, and I had photo shoots to get ready for because I started modeling in mid-February, and I was trying to overall make this look and feel how I wanted it to. I wanted to be medication free. I wanted to be happy and realize that anything that happens within my life, I'm bigger than that, and it's all external to me, and I can work with anything that's thrown my way. And I needed to lose weight. So I started eating healthier and I started detoxing. And I'm so excited to tell you, I am medication free, not even my albuterol. Since August 1st, that's when I threw out my albuterol, and that was the last straw for pharma. And it's been difficult. And now it's been difficult to a point because it takes work. It takes work at what you eat. It takes work trying to find what herbs will work with you, what herbs are going to help detox you. Detoxing is a major factor in this. Think of all the food, alcohol, possibly drugs, and terrible negative thoughts you've thought about yourself your entire life. All of these things make up your health. Whenever I started changing all of these things, my health started getting better. I don't gain weight. I eat what I want. What I want may not be what you want to eat, but I'm happy about it because I get to live the life that I want to. So yeah, it's really simple. I just wanted to say, hey, I've been there. I've known what it's like to almost die because I can't breathe. I've known what it's like to not have a pill counter big enough because you have so many daily vitamins and you don't feel like getting the big one that says AM, PM. So if anything you can take from this is that healing is not external to you in any form or fashion. Everything you want is within you. It's time to accept it.